Before we start, I'm going to hit record here. And Jack, what's going on in the JRPG Book Club?
New episode for the weekly news coming up on tomorrow, probably
Hell yeah.
on all your streaming services,
On Hulu?
on your audio streaming services,
On Audible?
on Audible. Yeah,
Are you guys on
and
Audible?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know if they do podcasts or just books,
They probably just do
but
books. But you know what? I would gear for it. I would shoot for you guys to get on Audible.
I wouldn't be surprised. Bill showed me the website he uses that puts us on every streaming platform, and I was
Yeah.
looking at the list and I was like, I don't even know half of these. Like,
I
what
know.
is this?
Well, that's because the podcasting network is massive and there's a lot of different platforms for it.
Yeah,
Any of you that do podcasting, you know what I'm talking about.
you know,
You
you
know.
know what I'm
So you got a
talking about.
new episode on general news. You got a new blog coming in
Probably
somewhere down the line.
no one's talked about that yet, but we could do a blog post soon.
Okay. Always looking forward to your next jukebox.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
They're always so fun to do.
Kelsey can't be with us today, but if y'all are able to, please check out her stuff at kelatonin.tumblr.com, .org, .biz, .gov, tumblr.gov. And Madge, if I had your link on here, I would plug it too, just because it's Madge. Ha 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 ha. I support you. And for me, throughout April, I actually wrote this down so that I wouldn't flounder. Throughout April, we discussed some things to note about Feline Immunodeficiency Virus, or FIV. So, to recap, FIV is equivalent to HIV or AIDS in cats. There is no cure, but cats with FIV can live long, happy lives. And these cats require close monitoring of their physical conditions, stress levels, and dieting. Stray cats and some shelter cats at high kill rate shelters and pounds tend to be euthanized quickly if diagnosed with FIV. Otherwise, FIV plus positive cats in no-kill shelters or rescues have difficulty getting adopted out. Today's factoid, to end the month, is that FIV cannot be transmitted the way you think it is. They can't be transmitted to humans, for example. But cats, between cats, cannot get FIV by eating or drinking from the same bowl, or even by grooming each other. The primary way they get it is by getting a very deep bite wound from FIV-positive cats. So play wrestling and kind of mouthing each other, that doesn't typically cause the transmission. For cats in the wild, this might be an issue. But the best way to prevent FIV from spreading is to invest in trapping, neutering, and releasing, or TNR. Doing this reduces fighting tendencies and aggression in tomcats. And something that not everyone knows is that you, Mr. Listener, Miss Listener, you too can do TNR in your neighborhood. He's got to read up on it. I think you got to take a class on it. Most people don't. You can help out at shelters. You can get trained by professionals. But anyone can do TNR. I believe you can set up some sort of non-profit-y whatnot with it. But yeah, anyone can do TNR for your neighborhood. So if you know there's a bunch of wild cats in your neighborhood and nobody's doing anything about it, might want to look into it if you really care about them. For more information on TNR, FIV, and other feline health-related research, go to Alleycat Rescue at saveacat.org. It's on the screen as well. And with that, we will... Ooh, I don't need to save this. Quick update. Last week, I featured a thing called Justice for Ponzu. Jack, I don't know if you remember that as well. It's about the cat that died from an attack in the park. If anyone doesn't know about the whole Ponzu situation, do a Google search for Justice for Ponzu, Ponzu. Poor cat died out there, and they've been working to get people investigated for it. They arrested one person, and the internet has identified at least two other suspects. The main thing to take away from this is that there was a GoFundMe for Ponzu's family, and they managed to raise out of $50,000 $70,000. And that's to go for legal fees and trying to get more laws and legalization of trying to prevent animal abuse. And any extras that come out of that is going to be donated to animal abuse prevention. You can check it out at Ponzu Cool Cat on Instagram. Sue Channon has a bunch of stuff on there to talk about it. Yeah, it says legal costs of pursuing justice for our family, legal and operational costs of seeking reforms to current laws, and donations to pets and animal charities. So again, that's Ponzu Cool Cat on the Instagrams. I don't really know how to reference Instagram other than it's an Instagram. But a very happy ending for a terrible, tragic story. And be sure to read it. It's fascinating, but it's also infuriating that that kind of thing happened. And hopefully we can make something happen for Ponzu.
Yeah.
Little dude. Okay, so now that we got the news out of the way, let's get this going, Jack. Do you have any idea who the characters are in this one? Do you remember?
Just everybody that we've already talked to.
Okay, nobody new is introduced.
There shouldn't be anybody new. I think we've been introduced to everybody.
They're not going to reintroduce Jared Leto's Joker?
I think there is a guy. No, I think it's just Larry.
It's Jared Larry's Joker.
Yeah. I can't remember. I think there might be a guy. We go to the security office, and then I can't remember if there's a dude there or not.
Well,
but
I guess we'll see. I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Delight got arrested again.
Well, supposedly Mr. Delight was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred.
No way, Jose! I don't buy it! Do you want to be Pearl again?
But the one who proved that Mr. Delight was there...
Your voice is going to be so rough.
It was Mr. Nick himself! At least that's from what I can understand.
Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick.
Well, how about we started looking into the KB security murder?
What's with all these people's weird-ass voices?
I think I'm going to head back to Curran Village for a little while, if that's alright.
I really like that we chose these voices for Pearl. Sure, but why?
I'm going to bring the sacred urn back and have some people take a look at it. And then I'm gonna punch it. No, punch it.
Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll go with...
No, Mr. Meyer, you should stay here. I want you two to spend some special quality time together, full of love and happiness.
She doesn't have a big speaking part in this chapter, does she?
No. Maybe Pearls is so caught up in her fantasy she forgot there's a murder to solve.
Sacred Urn, give it to Pearls.
Now remember, no fighting, okay?
Don't play hide the banana.
Leave room for Jesus.
She's gone.
She's gone. Okay, Nick, time to get going on this murder investigation.
We can
Okay,
talk.
Jack.
We can talk to her about some things. What to do? What do we do? So, what do we do now?
Isn't it obvious we should get out there and investigate the murder?
Well, first, we need to find out exactly where KB Security is located.
Hey, why don't we ask Miss Delight? She should know. Besides, I want to ask her some stuff about motorcycles.
Motorcycles? You're not thinking of getting into one, or getting one, are you?
Maybe
Don't
I'll
get
do
inside
both.
a motorcycle.
War can change a man into a motorcycle. I'm not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her dinky little bike, Mickey boy.
Been to war. Speaking of asking around, I've got a few questions of my own for Mr. Delight.
Okay, well, let's make sure to go to the detention center too. In the urn.
You must be relieved we got the sacred urn back, huh?
You bet, but there's something a little different about it.
Hmm?
Don't admit me. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, take a look at this. It clearly says "Iams" like the cat food on the urn in the poster.
But the
But the urn
Oh.
we got back. It's my line, Phoenix. You should shut your face.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You're damn right. Plus, the vase has pink splotches on it now. I'm sure they weren't there before.
Maya doesn't know,
He doesn't yo.
but doesn't know. But
Yo.
a year ago, when the urn was broken, the repairer accidentally turned Mystic Amy's name into I Am.
And that one.
And that repairer was one mechanically unskilled Little Pearls. But still, I don't remember her seeing pink splotches on it.
Is it possible that urn is a fake?
I'm sure Pearls will find out about that once she gets back to Curain Village.
Yeah, I suppose.
Now that I think about it, Maya hasn't been back to Curain Village in a long time.
She was banned.
No, she's pulling the Misty where she doesn't want to go back, even though it's like a stupid excuse of why she's not leaving the main character.
Yeah, of course.
So, I guess people still go to Curain Village to do their training, right?
Yep. If you want to become a spirit medium, you need to undergo severe training.
So why haven't you been training lately, Maya?
I haven't. Well, check out these biceps, bitch. Lately, I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo to do just that.
A channeling dojo, huh? Sounds pretty serious, or whatever that is.
A channeling dojo, huh?
That's what the kids call it these days.
If you're going to train, you have to be serious. Otherwise, real tragedies can happen.
Is what happened last year still bothering you?
Yes, it's like Fatal Frame.
Ada,
Don't ask me, Jinx. I'm just going with it.
Ada, that murder in her village. It happened because the power of channeling was misused.
I'm not criticizing Jack on his Ana voice for any reason. When the medium uses the Karain technique, she temporarily loses her own will.
So when an especially strong spirit medium is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes.
Have you watched The Disastrous Life of Psyche K? It's on Netflix.
No.
It is really good. It's a really funny anime. I highly suggest it. There's a spirit medium that allows his body to get taken over by ghosts so he can hit on women.
Oh, wow.
It's great.
Well, in this game, in this series, spirit medium's body physically changes into the other person. So it looks like Maya, but like when she channels her sister quite often, and she will later, but then she gets taller, and her boobs get bigger, and her face looks older.
Wait, Jack, since Kelsey's not here, and I can't spoil it for her, is this the one where Pearl channels spirits?
I think that is the last one.
Oh my god.
The last episode.
When I saw that, I went, oh no! No!
We'll get there eventually.
Okay, your line.
What's worse, in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. What happens in Curain Village stays in Curain Village. That murder, it wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you?
I
My.
suppose not. But I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all.
It sounds like being the master of curing is going to be a heavy responsibility.
Hi, Tender Bear.
Hello, Tender Bear.
Injection.
Oh god.
Ugh.
Let's move!
Hey! That's relevant, because Jinx got the shot today.
Yeah, she did. She's dying.
Injection! Where are we going?
Anywhere.
Anywhere?
Pick one.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, we can hear it in your voice, Jinx.
I can't.
I'm not dead yet!
Wait, should that be Desiree? Oh, Nicky boy!
Oh, Nicky boy! Remember, we do,
Oh, should I do Pegasus?
Mr. Light.
All I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie.
Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case.
Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Hey, Nicky boy, please. Please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. My Ronnie wouldn't hurt a fly.
Alright, I'll poke around and see what I can find out.
Really? Are you that serious? I'm so happy. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore.
I had no idea Mr. Light has such a vulnerable side.
It's her right side. That's her weak spot.
Oh. Talk to her.
Talk to these rolls.
What is she doing?
Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My Ronnie would never ever kill anyone. It's just not in him. Relevant. I don't think he would either, Nick.
Yeah, but you have to admit, he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him just snapping and screaming, "Please die."
Really? He would never say that. Anyway, Miss Delight, he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying he's a thief. I already told you, that's just a fantasy for him.
Mr. Light, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world.
But you're living in a material world.
I'm-
What? But Phoenix is the material girl. How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't have any secrets between us. Ronnie isn't the thief type. He's so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest, he wouldn't even steal a glance. Get it? Because he's a thief. The very idea.
I guess I just don't get it.
Should I say more puns? Huh, get what?
I just can't understand how they can be so different and yet be such a happy couple.
Yeah, they sure are different. Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? Drugs. It was love at first sight.
Drugs!
It's marriage drugs.
For me, anyway.
I'm high right now. But for you. Oh, is it? We just have to go through all these.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate these kinds of people more than anything. You mean ace detectives with big noses and blonde hair? No, I'm fine with those. Oh, so then you must mean thieves. No, they're fine too. I don't mind playing rogues in D&D either. I just hate thieves that pretend to be ace detectives. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. Oh, Jack, I'm not streaming on Discord, am I?
I'm watching on caffeine. It's fine. I just can't hear the music at all.
I can put it on if you want.
Yeah, I like the music.
Yeah.
I listen to these soundtracks like on the regular.
On the regs.
On the regs.
There we
They're
go.
so good. They have like they've done a whole jazz album, just the songs.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's gotta be good.
official albums.
Yeah.
And then there's like an official reorchestrated album. I got those as well. They're amazing.
Did you have to import that?
Yes. Also, I think they're doing a concert soon. I don't think I'm gonna go though, but I would
In
love to
Chicago?
go. Yeah, in Chicago.
Oh, wow. Pretty much all live shows are kind of out, but...
You know.
Yeah, so
Oh
sad.
well.
By the way, why did you go to Detective Atmey's office anyway? To sniff his underwear as the trial went on. I started to get more and more nervous. I went there to find out more about the real criminal. The real criminal? Yes! Obviously, the real Philip DeFranco is not my Ronnie, right? Yeah? Yeah? And Detective Atmey knew more about Philip DeFranco than anyone else. They mentioned him on the Great People of the Town segment on TV.
So then, you went there to ask him some questions?
Damn right I did! I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said, "But the ace detective isn't in right now." But I forced my way past her into his hideout.
Exactly, call that office hideout.
That bag was sitting right there on top of the table. She's starting to sound more like Stewie Griffin. Oh, yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday, too. There's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin a crime on someone else. KB Security. Ms. Delight, do you know about KB Security? Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works. Oh, that's right, he doesn't work there.
So she thinks he still works there, huh? Alright, according to what we heard today.
That's you, buddy.
Come on, don't tell me you didn't know.
I'm still an edgelord.
Ron DeLay was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. But he quit. He doesn't work there anymore.
But he quit!
He was terminated.
It looks like Ms. Delight doesn't know. KB Security is only 20 minutes away by motorcycle, that is.
They told me it takes 30 minutes by car.
Got promoted to customer. I've never heard that before. That's super clever.
Well,
Well, I have to admit I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike.
to make it to KB Security that fast, are you sure you aren't literally flying?
Why don't I give you a ride sometime? Or better yet, how about now?
No thanks, I'll pass. Well, why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves?
Ha ha! What a scaredy cat you are, Nick.
Mr. Light told us the location of KB Security.
Okay, let's head over there right away, Nick. Love at first bike.
Bike.
So was it really love at first sight when you first met Mr. Delight? Well, maybe not love at first sight, but Ronnie did save my life. Like the DJ. The DJ saved my life. I was at work one day when 2 robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just cast Pot of Greed. So
Pot of Greed?
back.
That's not how that works.
That's the
It
only
is what I
Carter I
know.
really know. Yes, they took me hostage, so I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives, and I broke down into tears. But if this were 4 kids, they would be holding their hands out like knives. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Reference.
Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation.
Hold your hands like knives.
Yes.
Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you? Yes! Exactly! I remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. He went right up to those 2 knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces.
His Princess Leia hair.
What does Ron sound like?
And she screamed. Oh, and
Mr.
to make the dancing cat, you gotta donate, right?
No, you gotta follow. You gotta
Follow.
follow. Yeah. I could do it. But if you haven't followed yet, I would suggest you follow the channel first. I can get you a dancing cat though.
The level 5 dancing cat.
Entertain me, peasant.
That's what we're trying to do.
There's the dancing cat.
Yeah.
I only did it because I want to entertain you, and I like the dancing cat gif anyway. So thank you, Mr. Ramirez. Then, crying and swinging his arms like crazy, he attacked the 2 robbers.
Caster Labs, thank you for the follow.
All by himself. He came to save me. A total stranger all by himself. Thank you for jumping onto that, Jack. Even though that's just the bot doing it.
Thank you, bot, for the follow.
Thank you, bot. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking and pissing himself, but he still risked his life for me. Wow, that's a great story. Yes, he may not look it, but in a tough situation is no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did.
That's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess.
Nick, I hope you'll do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage, like I sometimes
Don't count on it, Maya.
Steal her,
What do you
man.
mean? She sounds like beep 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 beep. We're just giving her a better voice.
Yeah, yeah. Alright. What's next, Jack?
Let's move somewhere else.
My mouse. Back to the law office. What's at the detective agency?
There might not be anything here.
You said anywhere.
Whoa, this place is literally crawling with cops. Oh, it's Dick Gumshoe. I'm Dick Gumshoe.
What did you expect? Now that they know he was actually Philip DeFranco, this must be incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing the place apart. Hey, I just noticed. Gumshoe is nowhere to be seen.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, he is a homicide detective. He's probably working on the murder case.
yeah, screw 12.
And nobody
But
wants to
wasn't
be
he
a
in
12-year-old.
charge? Wasn't he in charge of Philip DeFranco's investigation all the way up to yesterday?
Well, a murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? I have a major boner as it is. He'd say something like, there's nothing like a good murder case, pal.
Points for the quality of the impression, but I'm not sure Gumshoe has bloodlust, Maya.
I'm gonna kill that man. Okay, so...
Let's talk to Miss Andrews.
Lordly Taylor. The treasures of the Corraine exhibit is all ruined now. Only Beepus.
Only Beepus. Beppis. Maya.
Maya he. Maya who. I'm sorry. It's just so sad. This was our big chance for everyone to learn about spirit channeling.
Maybe I can cheer her up somehow. Well now that you've got the sacred urn back, maybe they can reopen it.
Oh, really?
Sure, maybe we can label it the Urn of Masked Star to Masked Desires. That would probably attract a lot of attention.
My boner has come back.
Whoa, my boner!
Whoa, it's growing. That's brilliant, Nick. It's out of control. We could clean up and be filthy.
Whoa.
Whoa. Wow.
Surprisingly easy.
Next.
Yeah, move on. We gotta go to the KB security CEO's office.
Not the basement warehouse?
Nah.
Okay.
So I guess this is where it all went down, huh?
It's like the Chicago Red Line.
He just can't hear anything.
What?
What did he say? What's Papa's next?
The walls in here look thick, like my ass, just like you'd expect in the CEO's office. I hope she's of age.
No.
Mr. Ramirez, this is Ace Attorney, the third game in the
What
series.
has that got to do with anything?
My ass.
That Pixar
Pixar dump truck. Speaking
Hey,
of
you
dumps.
guys!
Hey, it's you guys.
Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. Today was the real train wreck for you guys, huh?
Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made real fools out of us.
Yeah, I feel for you.
Wow, that's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like, oh, that was great. You guys got what you deserved, pal. Or something to that effect.
Do I really sound like that to you, pal?
If the gumshoe fits.
Well, anyway, the point is I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs,
Physically?
and I can sympathize when things don't go their way.
Like when your heart goes physically into your job.
When your heart leaves your body.
Into your job.
Sometimes I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives.
Hashtag Davy Jones.
Oh no. Maybe Dick Gumshoe is Davy Jones. That's why he can relate.
He's Bill Nighy. Oh, if only I knew how to do a Bill Nighy voice.
Oh, I wish. My favorite voice.
He's such a super cool actor. Wow, I had no idea Dick Gumshoe was such a nice guy.
Now, if this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating, if you know what I mean.
Okay, stop shipping Gumshoe and Maya. That's kind of gross.
No, Gumshoe and Phoenix.
Oh yeah. Ugh. Anything with Gumshoe, really.
That Dick Gumshoe.
Yeah,
What?
Kelsey and I were talking about it before. If you were, all his names are you could change it to Dick, because isn't his first name Richard?
No, it's Dick.
It's actually Dick. So
Yeah, look at the court record. You see it on his profile.
yeah, and then he's detective, which is another word for, well, Dick is another word for detective, and Gumshoe is also another word. So his full name could be Dick Dick Dick.
Isn't that a Ultimate Muscle wrestler? Oh yeah,
Dick, Dick,
no,
Dick.
it was Dick Van Dyke. That's who it was.
I've never watched Ultimate Muscle, but I used to
Oh,
collect
really?
those toys when I was a kid. When I was super young, I had a
Yeah.
bunch of those muscle toys when they first came out.
He's a Dick. They're like, I think they're like related to deer.
Really?
Yeah, he's just a guy dressed like a Dick.
Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder. And Mario and Luigi's name being Mario.
Okay, but the thing is, I'm really not supposed to, you know.
Because
You're
Paramount
not.
Pictures would not want you to talk about Mario and Luigi. I don't even know if that's
They're
Paramount.
actually not brothers? What?
Hey, come on. What about how we put our hearts into our work? Things are really working against us right now, and we need help.
Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't stop crying on me, pal.
Okay, I won't cry on you, pal. Ooh,
The
this guy-
victim's name is King Bullard.
King Bullet.
He was the CEO of KB Security and a pretty big fella in his own rights. Not
King
just his
Bullard.
weight.
Oh, that guy probably sounds like Droopy.
His corpse is discovered at 9 this morning.
I haven't played the new Luigi Mansion, have you?
I did.
I don't have a Switch.
It was fun.
I'm not rich like Jack.
Yes, rich like me.
It looks fun, though. I watched Oni Plays play it.
Marc, just come borrow it from me.
I don't have a Switch!
Borrow a Switch, then borrow it from me.
What if I just steal your Switch?
Only if I can get it back.
Not until we're done with Pokemon Snap, because that comes out soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His estimated time of death was 1 in the morning on October 12th.
In a surprise twist ending, Jinx takes your Switch.
No. Cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head. Probably an object in this room. It happened at exactly the same time that Philip DeFranco was stealing the urn, huh?
I'll pass the repeat added to the current record.
I love the computer voice.
So
That's
why
how his
did it...
computer talks. It's just
Yeah. What? So, why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body?
There's a good explanation for that one, pal. Bullard's body was stashed away inside the safe.
In the safe.
Safe? Well, it is pretty big.
You might say he was in danger outside the safe.
Nobody heard of him. And when they opened the safe this morning, he came out. Oh, so the body fell out. That white string must be the shape where it fell out.
The white string must be the shape when you fell out?
Yeah, you see the tape outlining.
Oh, yeah,
outlining
I
lines
see
of
it. I see it. Yeah. I think we still need some more information about Mr. Billiard.
Maybe you can start by getting the man's name right. You jerk.
Yeah, jerk. So, what happened to Philip DeFranco?
He's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again! He keeps yelling.
That was pretty good.
I tried to do both voices.
See you, Tender Bear.
Bye, Tender Bear. Ah, oh no, I didn't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right? Oh, you mean that detective at me, fella?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that was great. That guy got what he deserved. Oh,
Now that's the detective I know and love. I want your baby.
think about it. Atme was always around when a calling card showed up.
The face that he's making after that.
But he always mysteriously disappeared when the heist took place. It was hunting at the scene of the crime. Yeah, right. That's the lamest thing I've ever heard. That's how you just knew he was the thief. That would explain. Oh, that would explain how he was able to retrieve the story he keeps bragging about.
You went hard there, Phoenix.
Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective, that's all.
Yes, all.
But there's this one thing I can't figure out about this first heist. His first heist? Yeah, the Tear of Emanon case. There was a witness on that one.
A witness. Witness me.
Witness me? Yeah, I saved the newspaper clipping.
Christopher Walken was in Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh,
Witness me.
Since the thief is already under arrest, you guys can keep it.
Ooh. This guy's got a oddly shaped penis.
Is that a penis?
That is a penis.
That's a penis?
Hey, this guard here. Haven't I seen him somewhere before?
Pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but now that she mentions it... I think all animals are cool.
It's true.
And I think dogs drool more than cats.
Cats do drool. Cats do drool, but dogs drool more. Hey, Jack, I don't know if I've ever asked you and Kelsey this question. If you had the ability to own and care for an animal of any sort, exotic or whatever, what would you get?
They would listen to me?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You know, like if so my trainee at work, he said otter. He said he would want to own an otter. That'd be super cool. So what would you get? In chat, you play along. If you had the ability to get any exotic animal, of course Jinx wants a goose.
I was gonna say there's no question.
A white bat. Bats are so cute too.
Oh man.
They wouldn't be too bad to take care of.
I guess for me, it's like I guess I want a polar bear if he could live here too. Yeah, man. Because they're like cute looking, but they're like the most fiercest things on the planet.
Yeah,
They're so
true.
They're horrible.
That's true. Like obviously you can't domesticate most of the things that are on the list for super cute things, but
if it's polar bear would do nothing but cuddle and like climb trees with me and stuff, that'd be cool.
yeah. What if we meet you halfway and get you a tender bear? We go to the other part of caffeine and get you tender bear.
Big tender bear left.
Yeah. No. Tender bear did leave. But what if we go get you tender bear?
Just get me a teddy or so, and I'll be good.
Oh, that prosecutor! I really don't like that guy.
Oh yeah, we're playing a game.
The way he used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Delight.
You a bumblebee tuna? What?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I think he did it that way just because he knew he'd hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway.
My gut says need sandwich.
So, who is that Java-addicted masked maniac anyway?
Oh yeah, Phoenix doesn't know.
Prosecutor, get it? Hey, he's quite the enigma, ain't he?
Damn. Good call, Jinx. I totally forgot that was the line.
Oh.
When a person burps, that is their stomach saying thank you.
I never even heard of the guy before. And he just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office. Came out of nowhere. That's right. And he said this was his first case as a prosecutor. And it's true, according to the records anyway. But
That's true.
what? No way he's an amateur. He's an Iceman in court. He's an maverick. That give me goosebumps.
By R.L. Stein.
Why R.L.
Goosebumps.
Stein?
I thought you were a more of a Fear Street kind of reader.
R.L. Stein knows his thing. Yeah, I knew something was off about, so I asked around.
Apparently, Are You Afraid of the
Nobody's
Dark came
talking.
back.
Wait, Are You Afraid of the Dark came back?
I heard.
What? Oh, I gotta look into that. Nobody would talk about Are You Afraid of the Dark. They just turn around the other way.
Poor Detective Gumshoe. I had no idea you were so afraid of the dark.
And no, that's not what I meant. That Godot guy acts like he knows me and has a grudge against me.
Go Dot.
I get the feeling he's hiding some kind of dark secret. Examine the safe.
The sea. Ew. Think about it. A dead guy was laying in here all night.
Oh yeah, by the way, don't bother asking about fingerprints. There weren't none. Well, somebody opened the safe on the night of the crime, right?
Yeah, and so?
Excuse me. Well, if Mr. Bullard's body was hidden in there.
On February 19, 2020, this revival was renewed for a second season titled Are You Afraid of the Dark? Curse of the Shadows, featuring a different cast. The second season premiered on February 12th, 2021. So there is a new season.
Well, okay. I'm gonna look into that.
Interesting. Doesn't say where it's at, though.
Probably Nick.
Well, who owns Nick? It's probably Paramount Plus, is my guess.
Oh, maybe. It must mean that it was opened by either the killer or the victim, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I guess so.
I got some bad news for you, pal. Are you ready?
I shit my pants.
Okay, shoot.
It's a real stinkum.
Opening this baby is no piece of cake. It's like a pie. There are only a few people who know how to slice it.
That's a awkward metaphor.
I don't think that's how pies work. And
He thinks that every pie has like a lock combination.
yeah, only a few people know how to do it right. Because you can never cut it right. Everyone knows only a few people can cut pies. You gotta get it at the grocery. They gotta get trained for that. I checked.
You gotta get certified.
Certified pie cutter. Everyone except one, that is. I'm almost too afraid to ask. Former security chief Ron Delight.
I don't know why I did that. Ron Delight, he was a security chief.
Ron? So he knew how to open the safe, huh? Yeah, sorry for running your parade there, pal. I'll go back and present the profile of King Bullard.
Whoop. Of Droopy Dog.
Of Droopy Dog. No, present.
Oh. I'm so used to the courtroom.
I know, right?
Droopy Dog. Cane Bullard. Detective Gumshoe, tell us more about Shane Bluebard.
That's Shane Bullard. Oh, that's Shane Bullard, not Shane Bullard, pal.
Oh yeah, the victim in this case doesn't make much of an impression on me.
Well, you were the victim up until Mr. Bullard was found dead. Yeah, his body wasn't discovered till this morning. Anyway, we don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out? Sorry, pal. I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just blabbing like an idiot right now.
Okay, Nick, now is our chance to get more info about the victim. So hurry up and ask.
Talk again.
Talk.
The victim. Can you tell us some more about Mr. Bullard?
Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes?
He was security for a CEO of an APB and a UFO holding a BLT.
What kind of company is that?
I'm a little confused. He was the CEO of KB Security, right? What kind of company is it anyway?
Well, the company basically sends security teams out to buildings to guard them. Mr. Bullard must have had a chance to learn a lot of secrets during this kind of work. Oh, and
Mr. Holmes.
And I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grubber.
The guy was kind of an asshole.
He was kind of a dick, you know?
Really?
Like, flat out.
I'm a dick too. I just love money. I can't ever get enough.
Dick, and I know.
I'm addicted to you.
Please stop. It's not funny anymore. You are getting my wallet.
I ain't saying she's a gold digger.
Anyway, it looks like he did some pretty shifty stuff to earn his millions.
Oh, so that's my problem. I think I need to be shiftier.
Let me go already.
I'm trying to shift into you.
Apparently, he was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies.
Kelly Clarkson? Oh, that's pretty dirty and underhanded.
Yeah, KB Security used to head security operations against Philip DeFranco.
What? Really?
Yeah, and after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive. So it really was Bullard who sent Ron the blackmail letter, huh? Alright, examine the folder on the table.
Is it this?
The blue, yeah.
I don't think this is it.
It's the blue folder on the table.
Right in front of us?
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like a book, so. But I don't read, so I don't know what books look like.
What?
Okay.
Check out this big, thick binder here.
Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick. I'm thick as hell.
You're not of age yet. Reading a file isn't exactly backbreaking work. Just a little hard on the eyes.
Like me.
Ah.
I got shot.
Ah. I've been shot.
Oh. Oof. What did you find out, Nick?
This file is not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is about Philip DeFranco. It's filled with info about him.
What kind of info?
It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods and the crime scene.
Question mark. Hey, Nick, look at the last page.
It's a list. Let's see. Tier of Emanon, 100,000.
It's not so much.
This looks like a list of all the treasures that Philip DeFranco stole.
So then, 100,000 is the value of the stolen item. Real quick, Jack. I made a decision that sometime this summer we're gonna play Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh dear.
Either
Okay.
Where in the World or Where in Time. Outdated facts and everything.
Oh man. That's right. It's all outdated now.
Yes, absolutely. I'm super excited to do it. I just need to track down a way to play it on the computer without its sound going all crazy and the recording doing okay. It's probably going to be just like the Nancy Drew game, where I just like capture the whole screen and you guys keep track of chat. But yeah, sometime this summer, anyone that's watching right now, Carmen Sandiego.
I don't know. That number sounds kind of low to me. I think I'd better secretly make a copy of this list.
Ooh. Carmen's way added to the show also.
Next we're gonna want to
Rock Down 2.
Look at that. Examine that buzzer.
Electric Avenue. Oh, there's a button here. Let's see.
Hey, cut it out! Don't press that.
Ha 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 ha! That was pretty funny. I never knew Detective Gumshoe could jump like that. Like a white boy.
What is this button for, anyway? It's to call the police, but we're already here. It says right there, pal.
Oops, you're right. It's written right there. Nick, how many times have I told you to read the instructions first?
I can't read.
Oh shit! How are we even doing this?
This alarm's connected to the basement guard room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? That is possible on the night of the crime.
Oh, so when the CEO was attacked, do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer?
Yeah, I thought about that, but I asked around down there. But they said that the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Mr. Bullard, the victim, wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so he knows. I think we better go and talk to the guard about this emergency buzzer. Alright, let's move on. The security room.
If it's Larry, can I be his voice?
Wow, this is really something else.
For a security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure.
KB security guard. Uh-oh, I just remembered. Larry might be.
I just remembered. Ah, it's Larry. Hey, Nick, what's up?
So he is here.
Yo, how's it hanging, dude? And you got my sweet little Maya with you, too.
Larry, I'm 15.
I'm 15, Larry, with a voice of an angel. Here I was working my fingers to the bone, and in walks an angel. I got no problems with a daytime date. It's all good. Yeah.
No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bullard murder case.
He really thinks you're a pimp. Pimping up
Honestly.
Maya. Oh, yeah. That's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So hopelessly clueless.
Well, if it's about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info for you.
Boy.
Boy. Link, my boy.
So I plan on getting a cat
Mm-hmm.
when I move, and I'm gonna name him Atreus.
Ooh, that's a good
Just so I
name.
can call him Boy,
Boy.
because that's Kratos' son.
Yeah. Boy.
Boy, what are you doing?
Have you looked into places to get a cat?
Not yet. I'm gonna focus on that after I fully move.
Oh yeah, of course.
But I'm gonna hit you up because I'm sure you know places.
It's Catcade.
Catcade. Oh,
Yeah.
Mark, let's go to Catcade together, and then we can.
Oh, they're
do
not
it.
open to the public.
No.
You can apply for adoption online though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're doing.
Oh well.
The thing that, so a lot of places in Chicago will want you to know the square footage of your apartment, so make sure you've got that on hand, and then certain
okay.
details about the apartment space. And they will especially like ask you the areas that they can go, how long you're going to be at home. They're very thorough with their adoption process, but
Okay.
you know, they want to make sure all these cats go to a good home.
Yeah. I want to give it a good home.
Yeah, and you want to get a good cat.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, well, I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya. Maxie!
My little Maxie.
My little Maxie! But Nick here is a different story. But Larry, I thought you two were old school buddies. Well, that was then, and this is now.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. Do we talk to him? What do we do?
Yeah, we talked about it. Notice he hung up his coat on a lever by an emergency
Yeah,
switch.
I was gonna say, that's not even like a coat rack or anything, so that's gotta be a fucking lever.
That just shows how bad he is at his job. So what's this good info you're talking about, Larry?
It's about VeggieTales! Oh, hey, I'm a guard, a pro!
Have you seen the VeggieTales Facts Twitter? It's great! He wants a bribe? I thought professionals were more, I don't know, honest.
Honest trailers?
You talk to him, Maya.
Oh, there he
Seduce
goes.
him, maybe?
Pimping her out. Larry, tell us already, what's the good info?
That good.
Hey, I like that. This kid's got some claws.
Wow.
Okay, you really want to know? Yes, so tell me. Okay, so the thing is, Ron the Light is an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me? Yes, you're a pro. I follow you. Go the fuck on. Well, 1 year ago, Ron the Light was fired. There was no warning at all. It just happened all of a sudden. I know this is a small company, but I think that was pretty awful. I guess he must have done something bad, like killed someone, and
He must have murdered somebody.
he must have killed the CEO or something. Like maybe skipping out of work to go pick up some hot chicks or something. Hearing Goofy say something like that is kind of
Picking up hot chicks.
picking up hot chicks.
What is it? Maxie, your dad doesn't have sex. Your dad is young.
Maxie, your dad's fucking. He's getting some of that hot. Okay, never mind.
Have you heard that Mickey Mouse joke?
Yeah.
Where the judge is like, so you say that you want to sue your best friend because he was acting silly? I know. You want to divorce your wife because she was acting silly? He's like, no, I said because she's fucking goofy.
There was another joke from my childhood that I remember, and it was like, it was in a snowy day, something something something. How do you know that was that the words "fuck you, Mickey" was Goofy's urine? Well, yeah, it's Goofy's urine, but it's in Minnie's handwriting. It's because she handled this junk. I wish I remember the actual joke, but it wasn't even that funny.
I know that joke. I don't remember it, but I remember hearing it. That's so bad.
It's not even a great joke.
So what's it like to be a part-time security guard?
Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me. I get by all right, I guess. But first, I gotta keep my eye on those monitors like I'm doing right now. Monitors.
The ones behind you that you're not looking at?
I got eyes in the back of my cheeks. There are security cameras set in each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are going to fall out. Oh. And if I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams. What teams? The security teams for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business. But I ain't no amateur either. So if it's something small, I don't bother calling them.
So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. You were in the office when the murder took place, weren't you?
Well, why would you say that? This is just a part-time job for me, and I can't operate the equipment. And I'm dumb.
Even if it's part-time and you are dumb, you're still in charge of security here.
Boyle!
Boyle?
Hey, give me a break. Don't try to pin the whole thing on me. That's not fair. Sora?
Wait,
I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility. Maybe try Donald instead. Can you do a Donald Duck?
I'm terrible at Donald Duck.
Yeah,
I wish I was good at Donald Duck.
I sound more like when Odie plays does it as a demon.
Oh, curse.
Goofy.
I love it. Anyway, the point is you were here that night, right?
Jinx said Gomel.
Gummy.
No, I knew something smelled bad, and it was the butts after all.
Well, it's like I always say. That was then, this is now, okay?
It looks like I'm going to have to break his psychic lock after all. Present the Magatama! Throw the rock at its face. On the night of the crime, weren't you working hard like you were supposed to?
What? Huh? Of course I was. Why wouldn't I have been?
But didn't you sneak out of work yesterday to go see Mr. Light? Like the horn dog you are.
I had a boner that was raging right out of my jeans. I can't control it. The darkness infected my jeans.
The darkness is in my jeans, Sora.
Sora, my star is gone out.
My star's going out. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work tonight too?
Never! I didn't sneak out. I tell you what, I'll even bet you $1.
I tell you what,
I can't believe he actually said tell you what.
$1, a whole dollar. Now that's confidence.
What's with that drenched in the rain puppy look on your face? Do you have evidence that I left my position, or are you just yanking my chain?
The evidence that Larry was not manning his station when the murder happened is the CEO card.
The CEO card. This.
Yeah.
Take that.
This is the key card to the CEO's office, right?
Right. Yeah, that's right.
This card was found inside a wallet. This wallet. You know about this, right?
Real quick, I keep seeing you, Tipsy, and I'm sorry that I didn't say hi earlier. Hi, Tipsy. I've never seen it before.
Liar. You hand-delivered this wallet to Miss Delight just yesterday.
Give me a break. You can't expect me to remember every little thing that happens.
Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened yesterday. What time was it when you found this wallet?
I guess it was around 1 o'clock in the morning on the first floor of our company building. That's the memory version of him.
What?
1 o'clock in the morning?
That's right. In other words, your words. At the time of the murder, you were away from the security guard office.
Boyle!
Boyle!
Yeah, but there's something you didn't think about.
What's that?
I might have had to take a shit. My
My
shit that day didn't start until 10 p.m. The murderer might have snuck in before then.
What do you mean by that?
If the murderer had snuck in before 10, then it wasn't my fault. It ain't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine.
Why do I have the feeling that he doesn't get the seriousness of this? Listen up, Larry. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shit. It is the keycard again.
Keycard, really?
Yeah, because it was used.
Used!
It was a ruse, Larry. When you use this keycard, does it leave a record?
Yeah, it does. But I can't show the record to just anyone, you know.
That keycard data was already made public in the trial today.
What? Well, I didn't know that. Any kind of request for info like that is supposed to go through me.
Boy, does that sound a bit arrogant coming from a part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the door to the CEO's office was opened with this card. Furthermore, it was most definitely used at 1 a.m., the time of the murder.
No way.
Yes, why? Someone's used this to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shit.
Ooh.
Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time.
Boyle too. Boyle good.
Larry Potter?
Larry Potter. I did a state voice for one of the Hot Soulful Boyfriend things. It was fun, but it felt like the dialogue just kept going.
Just goes forever.
So if you ever do it in the future, I would suggest do it for a character that doesn't speak much. Oh, I knew it. It's all my fault. It's my fault that the boss was killed. Riku! Larry, this isn't even that game. There was nothing I could do. I have important issues to deal with too, man.
What happened that night anyway?
Oh, my Donna happened.
Your Donya Anna?
Your Donya Anna. I hope it's
I
Donya.
got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, my Donya Anna called and said, I have to talk to you right away. So I went to see her and he was standing right there next to her. Who it was? Her new boyfriend. It was like some horrible joke. But before I knew what was going on, the guy socked me right in the kisser. That's my euphemism for my ass. Normally, I'm the one that does the ass punching. Isn't that right, Maya? Yeah.
The ass fucking. And she's like, yeah.
Yeah, sure. So, that's you.
Is that why you left the security guard office?
Boyle! I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Does Goofy say anything else other than Boyle?
His scream. Classic scream.
He does say something. He's like, somebody get help!
Somebody get help! Sora!
Sora! How can I ever make up for it, Nick?
Larry, a
What can
man
I
is
do?
dead. By your hands and your negligence. There is nothing you can do.
What would be Goofy's organization name?
You need to throw an X in there somewhere.
Yeah. Would it be like Foxig? Yeah, you have to throw the letters around and jumble them. Folksog.
Zoogy. XOOGY.
It ends with an F, but the F is silent.
I am Zoogy. Number 15.
Do you know your true name?
Your
It's Zoogie!
Zoogy. I love that. We're Ogzoggy.
Zoggy. He's
Og-
curled up on the floor, crying like a Zoggy.
Oh boy.
Nick, is there anything I can do? Anything. Just name it. I'll suck a dick if I have to. I'll do whatever I have to do to make up for it, I swear.
Larry.
You want me to off a guy? Whack off a guy? I don't care. Hey, Nick, as long as he's offering, why don't you show him the evidence we've got?
I don't know about that, Maya. Maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful information about it.
Nick.
Present the security button.
Present arms.
Present arms.
Zoogie. The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right? Well, that's right. Just like my heart is connected to you. This gross. Huh? Go ahead, Maya. Press the buzzer in your heart. I promise I'll come running to your rescue like the professional guard I am.
Even Miles Edgeworth is like, what? He was freaking out.
Well, that was pretty good, I guess. Thanks.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
try. I wish I could do the Goofy yell.
Oh no.
Mine is a self-destruct button.
I've actually tried it. I can do it pretty well. I just need to be in a place where I can scream real loud. I don't want to do that in my apartment right now.
Well, whenever you get to your new apartment, maybe you
I can do it there. I've done it in a tunnel. It was great. Do you think you could tell us about this buzzer now?
Yes, please, tell us.
Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed.
Emergency buzzer. I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier.
Yeah, I heard it. That was you, wasn't it? You know you're not supposed to do things like that, you little bitch.
You're a security guard, aren't you? Why didn't you come to the CEO's office?
Well, this is the 3rd floor of the basement. CEO's office is on the 1st floor. I thought it would be a good idea to adopt a wait-and-see approach. Plus, there's a police detective there, right? I just didn't think it was necessary.
It's as if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet.
Let's get back to them talking about the night of the murder, okay?
Talking about the murder of the night.
Is it true that the buzzer didn't go off that night?
There must be a record, right? You must have had a look at it.
I think we
Right.
both took a drink of water at the same time.
Yeah, right.
Of course I did, and I couldn't possibly have made a mistake either.
Do you think you could take just one more look for me? Pretty please.
Oh, okay, I just can't say no to you, Maya.
What do you think?
What do you think, Nick? Oh no, it's spreading!
Ah,
Boil!
boy.
Just a little boil.
What is it? What's wrong?
I made a mistake.
But how?
The hero potion when he was at full health.
Isn't Goofy the one with the shield in that game?
Yeah,
So he's your
But-
tank?
he's your tank, but he also has the most item slots, so you should fill him with like potions and stuff. But then he
Oh.
uses them at the wrong time, so I just don't give him anything.
I vaguely remember that from the first game.
Really goofy,
Okay,
goddamn it.
okay, enough already. What about the records?
I drank all them too. That night, it went off just once in the morning, around 1 a.m.
So you double killed him, Larry.
I killed them all! I'll kill you too! That's terrible! It can't be!
Alright, let's move on to the museum.
The museum. The basement?
Yes.
Okay.
Left over 13, left the Taylor basement warehouse.
Oh. Discord just cut you off completely, so it.
You're Mr. Right. Miss Andrews, what's she still hanging around down here for? So how is it going? What about the sacred urn? The urn? Oh, that. It's been taken care of already.
What do you mean? Oh, that.
Care of? Do you mean it's been found?
Yes, it was brought during the trial today.
Oh, really? Well, you are the greatest, Mr. Wright.
Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Philip DeFranco's wife that found it.
Anyway, I'm so relieved.
Philip DeFranco is probably married, right?
Oh, you're right. Oh, probably.
Probably.
I don't watch Philip DeFranco.
I don't either.
I know you exist. That's about it.
Alright, so we talked to
Let's
Miss
talk to
Andrews.
Miss Andrews. I just heard all about it on the news. So the detective was actually the thief all along. It looks that way right now. It's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring DeFranco to guard the treasures. Don't blame yourself, darling. You were just doing your job.
Hey, Nick, if she wants to apologize, you should let her. So, when was it you hired Detective Atme again?
About 20 days ago. And when was it that Philip DeFranco's calling card arrived? That was about 10 days ago. So he sent a calling card to the very place he was hired to guard.
I guess that's it, then. Detective Atme must have really wanted the Sacred Urn after all.
I guess so. What?
Boyle!
So DeFranco murdered someone as well?
Murder.
Well, that's how things look right now. Yes, but I thought that he was here stealing the urn at the time. Well, we're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything's possible.
Nick, let's get down to business to defeat the Huns on the night of the theft. Did you notice anything suspicious about Detective Atme? Was he swift as a coursing river?
No, I couldn't have. Oh, he was hidden the entire time. I never even caught a glimpse of him.
You'll never catch a glimpse of me.
He claims that's the way he operates.
he's turned into Wario.
I'm gonna win.
That's just what he says, so he can have an alibi while he commits the thefts himself.
Yeah, he was caught on the crime scene, but dressed up as Phil DeFranco as well.
The Sacred Urn. The Shrine of the Sacred Monkey.
So glad that you got the Sacred Urn back.
Did you ever watch Legends of the Hidden Temple?
Oh yeah, all the time. Yes, but there's still something that bothers me about it. You can't find it online anymore.
You really can't.
Is it? Not exactly sure. But somehow, the urn came back different. Really?
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 You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
I don't know anything. No, why would I?
Oh no.
Got him.
Oh no.
A psyche lock, eh?
A Pasiki. What do you think this means, Nick?
It means that the person holds the secret to the mystery of the Sacred Urn. It's our very own Miss Andrews. I don't think we can do this yet, so let's head back to the detention center. I think we skipped the thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we talking to Ron now?
Yep.
You can be Ron.
Ah, Mr. Right.
No!
Oh,
Mr. Delight! Your voice sounds awful again. Did they finish their interrogation?
Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore.
This man said that I'm going to drop the soap, whether I like it or not.
He threatened me by dropping the soap. Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see...
Orga.
On the same night the sacred urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor department store. A blackmail letter. You got some through to KB Security to hand over some money.
Money.
And then that's where the CEO Kane Bullard was murdered. But oh, but there's only one rotten to light, am I right?
He suddenly got confident.
So the only question is, where were you that night?
Werewolf.
This time, I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it.
Ooh.
That is a threat. Okay. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you are Philip DeFranco? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday?
That was a quick response.
Tell me about it. To be honest, he's starting to get irritating.
But listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the whole true identity of the thief, didn't we?
Okay, you take a good look, everyone! Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one myself! And here I am, the dreaded clown! I guess that's true. I wasn't the one who stole the urn.
Of course not. After all, you were at KB Security at the time.
So the person dressed up as Master Mask in this photo...
It's gotta be Detective Atme.
Detective Atme.
The night of the crime.
So that night, you didn't go to Lordly Taylor, you went to KB Security, right?
Right?
Yes, I went to KB Security at the time of the blackmail, note that I should.
Alright. What happened next?
I used to work there, so I knew there was a CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the keycard to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet.
That's when he dropped his winky.
His binky. When I went to the CEO's office, someone was in there.
He has my binky.
Someone? Then suddenly, they bashed me over the head. BAM!
Was it Droopy Dog that hit you?
I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to, my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless.
I'm dead.
I'm dead.
Moo. Moo hoo.
The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me.
I'm a dead body.
Anyway, I thought I should do something with the party.
What?
So, that's why you put it in the safe? Yes, that's right.
Phoenix, right?
I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it.
Okay. Then what did you do after that?
Oh, I got out of there for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building. So I knew how to avoid being spotted by them.
Calm down. Nick. He's all up in my grill. All of a
All
sudden,
of a sudden.
he kind of sounds like the murderer. Because he's all up in my grill.
Please don't say that.
What, all up in my grill?
Yes.
For shizzle, Mr. Delight, is it true that one yizzle ago you were
No.
for sizzle to quit the KB Sizzle Kill Curd?
Ah! How did you know? I'm begging you for something, please.
Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet.
Oh, thank goodness. No,
You poopied.
I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually.
When she checks my drawers.
Oh.
Why have you been hiding it away from her anyway?
Desi would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal. A thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over.
Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place?
Because Desi spends money like it's water.
Yeah.
No job in the world that could bring in enough money. Except being a thief, at least. That's what I thought anyway.
Is that how you afforded your Switch, Jack? You became a thief?
Yeah, so my wife will let me get a Switch. So he became Philip DeFranco, the YouTube sensation for Desi, huh?
He probably does rake in quite a bit of money being the YouTube sensation.
Yeah. Present the newspaper clipping.
Alright. Present the newspaper clipping. This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, this is an article about my debut heist.
It's debut.
My debut heist. Boy, was that a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail.
But Master Franco, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article he disappeared.
Oh no. That's right! I got a sudden burst of inspiration.
That's a mechanic in D&D.
I hid my Philip DeFranco costume in a nearby plastic bucket. Or a trash can, as those call it. Then I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, eh?
That one right there. Wow. Awesome. Hey, hold the phone. The guard in this photo. Is that you?
That's right. Nice trick if I do say so myself. Nice and easy to figure out. Even pearls could see through that one in a heartbeat.
I'd punch that logic right in the face.
But as you might expect, Detective Atney found my disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Detective Atney found the Philip DeFranco disguise? That's interesting.
It is interesting.
Yes, and I've heard that he brought it home with him.
Totally not cool.
So that's it. That's when Atney got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume.
For the Avengers sequel. That must have been really time-consuming. Cosplay's no joke.
Now I cosplay as myself. Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, I have a few days after that. I received the first of the blackmail letters.
Why's it gotta be black?
What? Why are you bringing race into this about letters? Tell me what you mean. Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. Don't cancel me. Present the blackmail letter.
Oh, really? So was this blackmail letter written by KB Securities CEO Droopy Dog?
I think so. Probably. You can only get into the CEO's office if you have a key card.
Yes.
The blackmail letter sent to me to KB. Oh, the blackmail letter sent to me to KB Security.
Then no one else other than Mr. Droopy Dog could have had the written letter, or wrote the letter. My brain is getting fried.
Alright, now let's talk.
Alright. Let's save it there, and we'll save the talking for the next round.
Okay.
Because it is 8 o'clock. And that's a good spot. Anyway, that way we don't have to look in the walkthrough. We just know how to... We just got to get to the talk spot.
Right. We talk to him one last time, then we go back to Julia and talk to her, and that's it. then we go to the trial.
Yeah. So that's a lot of good progress. I do think just going through walkthrough is quite a bit of text. This is working out really well. I do think that's great. Jack, you want to plug anything else one more time?
Hey guys, my name is Jack, and I wrote a podcast called the JRPG Book Club Podcast about video games, and you should check it out. It's quite interesting.
You should. What's that website?
That website is jrpgbookclub.com. You can find us on all the social medias except Snapchat. We don't do that. But you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I think we're supposed to start a TikTok soon. I'm not sure. But we have content. Lots of it. We've been doing it for years now, so check it out.
Yeah.
Check a
good
look.
content. See, when you said Snapchat, I thought you said CAPTCHA, and I was like, how do you post
Even
on
CAPTCHA.
CAPTCHA?
I
am not a robot.
When you can't answer a CAPTCHA, our podcast will come up. You have to listen to it and then answer a question.
To say that you're not a robot. But it'll be the best time that you spend doing CAPTCHA. I guarantee it.
That's right. Take a long time, but yeah.
Yeah, it'd be time well spent. For
Time
sure.
well spent.
Yeah, so check out jrpgbookclub.com to get a hold of that podcast. I'm starting to lose all function in my mouth. And to check out Jack's podcast and his blog posts and all the guys that are involved in that. Constantly updating. Keep up with them. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Like, subscribe. Smash that like button. That kind of thing. Kelsey's not here, but once again, we're going to plug her stuff, kelatonin.tumblr.com for her artwork, and I believe she's Kelsey Jaffer on YouTube. She has some pretty big news that she told me today that I'll tell Jack off camera if you haven't checked the Discord already. So
Yeah, pretty awesome.
I'm sure she will talk about that next time that we're on. Otherwise, be sure to send her a note to say congratulations, because it's really cool. As for me, we were just talking about some FIV throughout the month of April. Next month, we're going to talk about Shadeout DM again, because they talked to me a little bit about what to promote and where to promote and how to promote. So it'll be really cool to get the word out on their stuff again. But that's it. That's it for this week. Many thanks to all of you who have tuned in, and for the future viewers up on the YouTubes, much appreciated.
Smash that like button.
Not really, don't actually
Tune
do
in
that.
next week. Same cat time, same cat channel.
There's plenty of cats on here. Did you do that on purpose?
That was on purpose.
On porpoise, even?
On felinist, yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.